Hello, I'm here with Grace Petrie now. How are you?
I'm all right. Yeah, I'm a little bit sweaty.
A great show, first of all. You've cracked like quite a crowd for that tiny little stage.
Yeah. Thanks very much. Oh, I loved it. Yeah.
It's a great show. What's your association with Leicester then? Do you?
Well, born and bred, and then we've played every Handmade that we've had. So this is our 4th year here, which is really nice. I'm very good friends with / completely indebted to John Helps, the lovely director of this festival, who's kind of single-handedly I don't know.
Worked it out for you.
Yeah, like he's kind of produced a lot of my records, and he's really lovely, and is obviously I think that this festival is really amazing, and it's just really nice to kind of be able to support it and kind of give something back, I suppose, to the Leicester music scene, because they've been really supportive of us over the last few years. Sorry about that.
We've dropped the bottle.
Dropped the bottle. Sorry. Yeah.
What is the importance?
Pressure of the media is what it is.
My fault. What is the importance of small independent festivals for you yourself as like an emerging musician?
Well, I mean, I think because I've kind of never really had any sort of industry representation or interest really, the kind of independent scene is really important to people like me, because I think these days you've got so much more of an opportunity to sort of connect with listeners directly, through the internet and stuff. I mean, I have managed to sort of do this for however many years I've done it, and do it like professionally for the last 2 years, so I don't have another job or anything, and I've done all that without any label, without any manager, without any agent, and I definitely wouldn't be able to do that without things like Handmade, without venues like this, and without people like the people of Leicester kind of coming out to support something like this is really amazing. And I think it just gives I think it's really good for the music scene in general, because it gives it so much more variation. It's not just the same sort of bands that are being picked by the same powerful people in a small room somewhere in London, do you know what I mean? It's actually kind of, it's a much more diverse, much more varied music scene, which I think is a really good thing.
So I've got a really good question right now. So how does the government right now support young musicians? Does it, as I know for a fact, it's very difficult, but what are your thoughts on this?
Where's this going? Am I allowed to swear on this? You prefer it if I didn't? Cool.
Well, okay. Tory government, how does it support young creators like you?
I'll try and talk about the Tory government without swearing, but no promises. I mean, obviously, under the austerity regime, cuts to arts funding have been amongst the first thing to go, and absolutely horrendous. Obviously, with tuition fees being what they were and what they are now, obviously there was the thing that happened in 2010 with tuition fees where, everybody thought that Nick Clegg was going to repeal tuition fees if he got elected, because that's what he said, and then obviously he was part of government that actually ended up tripling them, and now I think on average students are leaving university with sort of £45,000–50,000 worth of debt, which is absolutely horrendous, absolutely, and unimaginable amounts of debt. And that, that people don't realise how much of an effect that has on the arts as well, because it has this effect of isolating the arts to people that have the money behind them and the wealthy families to sort of back them going into it. Somebody coming from a low-income background is not going to go through 50 grand's worth of debt.
Well, it's totally different from working class to upper class. Like, there's a total difference. Like being creative, like there's a total difference.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think social mobility used to be a really big thing in the arts. Used to be a really big thing in music, and I think that's been a massive casualty of this government. I was reading, actually, just topically, I was reading an interview, really interesting interview with Victoria Wood, who was talking about kind of making it as a working class artist, and how it would be really difficult to do that today by the same sort of method that she did. And I think, as with lots of other industries, I think the Tory government have put into place a system where they kind of want, and they are aiding and they are abetting the wealthiest people to reach kind of the best positions in any field, and I think the arts is no exception.
I'm going to have to cut you short right now, but are you looking forward to seeing any of the bands tonight? Or?
Absolutely, yeah. I mean, I was very fortunate that John asked me to curate the stage that I was on. So I everyone that was on today I chose, and they're all people that I've worked with across various different festivals and stuff. And I'm really excited. There's only Beans on Toast left to see on that stage, but and he's a really good pal. We did Vancouver together last year, which is really nice. So I'm really looking forward to him. Yeah.
Okay. Thanks for talking to us.
No, thank you. Cheers.